40 episodes since we started this journey with you. And now we are standing here on the dry dock. What a party! With our boat out of the water, we are deep into one of the biggest projects we've taken on so far. This is episode 40 and it feels like a milestone. In the previous episode you saw Luna being lifted out of the water for major hull maintenance. Not a small job, but one where everything goes back to the very foundation. All layers were removed right down to the gel coat. While the sandblasting was happening outside, something interesting happened inside. Last year we installed cameras and smart smoke detectors in the engine rooms. And now they were tested. As soon as smoke entered the space, the alarm went off and we got warnings on our phones. Exactly as it should. And now the real work begins. Building everything back up layer by layer. 7 layers in total. 7 times preparing, applying, waiting. Because each layer has its own curing time and bonding process. To ensure proper adhesion of every layer, Luna was repositioned 3 times, allowing us to correctly prepare and coat the areas beneath the support blocks. And as part of this refit, we also replaced all the true hulls with new ones. Because if we're doing this, we're doing it right. We're a family of 4, living full-time aboard our catamaran Luna. This is Kai, the builder, the fixer, the problem solver, usually found somewhere between tools, plans, and big ideas. I'm Daniela. I share our story, the highs, the doubts, and everything in between. And these are our 2 kids, Louis and Bo, growing up between sea and sky, learning that home isn't a place, it's wherever we're together. And of course, this is Ollie, our little ship dog, our daily dinghy to shore workout, and the one who keeps life on board extra busy and extra fun. Sailing the world as a family isn't always easy, but it's always real. This is our life on Luna. I would like to give you a little reconstruction update. Been out of the water now for 10 days. And they completely blasted the hull, so it's completely bald. And now it needs to dry because there are some wet spots in the hull. It's drying right now. And this week they start repairing the holes. We have several. We thought it was just one, but on the tip of the hull there's also like a crack. We have the leak, the reason we are here in the first place. And we have some water leak down in the hull. I don't know, we didn't know, but it's very wet there, so this needs to dry and we need to fix it. In the meantime, Kai and I took out all of the true hulls, bought new. I'll show you. This goes through the hull, and then this collar goes on. This is for opening and closing, and this goes on the hose. So I was building these, and it's a lot more, but the rest is in the apartment, so I'll go back to the apartment right now to finish this. How do our days look? Kai's working at the charter company almost every day because that's his business now. And the kids and I, we stay in the apartment, we do some homework, some school, we do some crafts. They're constantly making stuff. Who did they get that from? Not me. Yeah, we had extended the stay in the apartment because the boat needs to be out of the water a week more because of the drying. And then they need to put all the layers on the hull, the antifouling and all the other layers. And that takes time. And then the first guests are arriving, and that's really fun. I'm really looking forward for some fun time. It's not the most precious time being out of the water and doing the maintenance, but yeah, it comes with the life. You cannot do this boat life without the maintenance every once in a while, because if you don't, then the whole thing just will fall apart. And you cannot take any risks. If you have a hole in the boat, you need to fix it. You cannot sail around with a hole in the boat. I don't need to explain why. We have a whole list of things we need to do. My chores are mostly helping, giving a hand, getting tools. As you can tell, I'm very enthusiastic about my job. As you can see, there's stuff everywhere. It creates instant restlessness. Too many things asking for attention. It feels intense. It's a reflection of our minds during these days. There's a hole here under the bed. So they'll here's the water maker. And they might have to take it out. We don't know yet, but the hole is over there. And one hole is over here. We made it open yesterday. Here, usually here, this is where the batteries stand. And they're quite heavy, so we had to take them out. Another thing happened when we were cleaning out the ACs, what's also like ordinary maintenance. One broke down and one was having a hard time, and so we decided to replace them with all new ones. So in the process, in the next few days, here are the AC. This is where the kids sleep usually. This is the AC. And this one has to go out, and then we replace them for new ones, better ones. It gives us the opportunity to have all rooms cooled on very low power, so they don't use a lot of electricity. And it's a big investment, but it's either now or when we're in the water and we are having a good time, and then the AC runs out and then we have to do it. So we decided, let's do it now. We are working now, let's fix it all, and then we are good to go. This actually gives us another opportunity. These air conditioning units are compatible with the yacht app Guy is working on. That means we can now switch every airco on or off remotely, per cabin individually, with just the push of a button. It may not sound extraordinary at first, but even on the large mega yachts, this level of control is still not possible today. 7 layers of antifouling. Yes, 7. That's a serious amount of paint. And our sweet kids sitting here patiently, waiting and scratching, because this place is full of tiger mosquitoes. Normally I'm terrified of tiger sharks, but here in Croatia, it's a tiger mosquito I fear most. They're huge, and the moment you step outside, they come for you. Here I'm filling all the small air bubbles that formed in the hull during the factory process. Everything has to be sealed by hand, and then sanded smooth. And here he is, drilling new holes in the hull. Can you believe this? Living with this Einstein definitely requires patience. The new holes are for the underwater lighting. And now all the new holes need primer and time to dry. Before we can apply the first layer, the new lights need to be in place. Everything has to be perfectly dust-free, so he's using the onboard compressor. And now all the holes he just drilled need to be made watertight again. And that's how it goes. One job leads to the next, and before you know it, your boat has been out of the water for a month. Today is Saturday. We are out of the water for 2 weeks now, and we were supposed to go back in on Monday, but that's not going to happen. We closed the holes, we fixed everything that's broken, we made new holes. Now Kai is working in for the shutter company, and I'm going to close the little holes in the rudders. And then I'm going to pick him up, and we put in the through holes, glue them, and tomorrow we have to wash the boat because Monday they start painting. It's been a hard 2 weeks, and I'm really happy if these weeks end. Let's go to work. We've left the Airbnb and moved on to another boat for now. She's called More Fun, and according to the kids, that sounds very promising.
Hallo. Hallo, waar hebben jullie het spullen? Waar is mijn canvas?
Ik zal nog even kijken. Ollie.
Hallo.
Hallo.
Ik slaap.
En papa en mama slapen hier.
Wat slaap jullie daar? Oké.
More Fun is a monohull, and it's nice to discover a different kind of boat life for a while.
Goed zo, kom maar.
And on Monday, they finally start with the first layer. And inside we continue with the air conditioning. There are 5 units we need to replace. Here you can see the full structure, the different layers and the stands the boat is resting on. Everything has to be positioned very precisely. It is day 118 on the dry dock. I'm just kidding. It's day 18, but it feels like day 118. This morning the elevator came to replace the studs. So Kai is now painting the parts that we couldn't paint before. And when I say we, I mean Kai, because I did not do any painting. He does most of the work, while in the mornings I take care of the kids and do some fun with them, or do some groceries, and then in the midday I go and help. And somehow every day there is a new job that wasn't there the day before. So I'm really looking forward to going back into the water, probably on Tuesday, hopefully on Monday, but it easily can be Wednesday. We are now sleeping on the monohull in the marina, and that is really nice. It's a really nice boat. Kids really love it. They have a bunk bed, and that's more than that's everything they need. So I have to do some laundry in the marina because I cannot use the machine, and it's really expensive. It is really expensive. I went to the reception and I said, can I have 2 coins for laundry? That will be 16 euros. 16 euros, then just one is enough. We can wear the underpants twice. We installed the televisions and we have to put some cables from one hall to the other. And then for today we have to complete the through hulls. Everything you can possibly think of is done now. But I really want to go back and have some fun and let the holiday feeling begin, because I'm breaking out because of all the... We also completed a very important job. The windows underneath the boat, the escape hatches, have a known factory defect. On some Lagoon models, these have come loose in heavy seas. This can cause catastrophic flooding. That's why we installed specially made covers, designed to prevent the hatches from ever popping out. Once again, a small job with potentially huge consequences.
You can put me in the trash can, throw me on the sidewalk, drop me at the crossroads, sell me at the thrift shop. I don't really care where you send me, send me, send me. No, I don't really care. You can drop me in the ocean, leave me in the alley, hide me in the basement, or leave me at the listed farm. I don't really care where you lose me, lose me, lose me, or if you choose me. I'm a genius, didn't even graduate, don't have a blue check, not verified, but when I go out, I feel satisfied. Cause I'm hot and pretty and I got nice. Hot and pretty and I got nice teeth. Hot and pretty and I got nice. If I die happy. Hot and pretty and I got nice.
And slowly it becomes time to clean everything up and start making our way back to the water.
All these dummies on my DMs, oh my god, I see them. Do you think I'm reading? If I did, I'd leave them on red. Can't believe they thought I want them. Like who? Me? Her? She? I don't really care if they hate me now. I'm on my way.
And now it gets tense. We've replaced all the through hulls below the waterline. If anything leaks, the boat has to come straight back out of the water. And then we have to seal it again. We've worked non-stop for 3 weeks to make Luna feel brand new again. And now this is the moment of truth. And guess what? Of course, multiple leaks, water coming in. We could have sunk through the ground, quite literally. So Luna was lifted back out of the water. And we had 1 hour to fix everything while the yard crew was on their lunch break. And in the middle of all that, our tender was delivered back to us, fully repaired. And then we were placed back into the water. This time it had to be right, because there was no option to haul her out again, and thankfully it was. But this was not an all well that ends well story. What happened next was a devastating ending to an already long and intense period. We docked Luna at the pier next to the lift to unload our gear from the car. Then a large yacht passed us at full speed, and in this area the speed limit is only 5 knots. But this yacht was clearly going much faster. The waves it created were massive, so powerful that Luna slammed violently into the dock, causing serious damage. With tears in my eyes, I went to the harbor master to report what has happened, hoping they would take action against the vessel. Instead, I was told that if we reported this officially, our own boat would be detained, and no action would be taken against the other yacht. My heart sank. I left the harbor office in tears. After everything we had worked so hard for, this felt unbearably raw. Thankfully, during our time on the dry dock, we had made new friends. Friends who stepped in immediately and helped us repair the damage. I didn't film any of this. As you can probably imagine, the desire to vlog was completely gone. In the end, we chose to accept it for what it was. Everything happens for a reason, and apparently this was a lesson we needed to learn. After a few days, Luna was once again almost as good as new.